Planning a move in Midland? Whether it's a local relocation or something long distance, one of the first questions people ask is simple. How much is this going to cost? The answer isn't always straightforward because moving prices in Midland depend on a few key factors. So let's break it down in a way that actually makes sense. Let's start with realistic pricing. For a local move in Midland, most people typically spend around $400 to $1,000 for smaller homes or apartments. For larger homes or more involved moves, that number usually rises to $200 to $2,500 or more, depending on how much labor and time is needed. For long-distance or full-service relocations, costs can go even higher, often $3,000 to $7,000 depending on distance and shipment size. So there's no flat rate, it really scales based on your move. So what actually affects your final price? First, home size and volume of belongings. A studio move is quick, but a full house takes more time, more crew, and more truck space. Second, distance and route complexity. Local Midland moves are usually hourly, while long-distance moves depend more on weight and mileage. Third, labor requirements. Things like stairs, long carries, or difficult access points can increase the time needed. And finally, extra services like packing, storage, or furniture disassembly can add convenience, but also increase the total cost. At the core, it's really about time, effort, and logistics, not just distance. Most Midland movers use a combination of hourly rates for local moves and weight or distance-based pricing for long-distance jobs. Hourly moves usually include a crew and a truck, and you're charged for the time it takes from start to finish. Long-distance moves, on the other hand, are usually based on how much your shipment weighs and how far it's going. So efficiency matters because anything that slows down loading or unloading can impact your final bill. Now let's talk about the costs that don't always show up in the first quote. Some common extras include packing materials like boxes and protective wrap, heavy or oversized furniture handling, long carry fees if the truck can't park close, storage if there's a delay between move out and move in. These aren't always obvious at the beginning, but they can change your final total quite a bit. That's why it's important to always ask for a fully itemized estimate before booking, not just a base price. If you want to keep your moving cost manageable, a few simple choices help a lot. Start by moving less overall. Decluttering reduces both time and labor costs. If possible, handle your own packing ahead of time so movers can focus only on transport. And try to avoid peak moving periods like weekends or end-of-month dates when demand is higher. These are small decisions, but they make a noticeable difference in your final bill. At the end of the day, moving in Midland doesn't have to feel unpredictable. Once you understand how pricing works, you can plan smarter, compare better, and avoid unnecessary surprises. Take your time, get multiple quotes, and choose the option that fits your move, not just the cheapest one.